Consider yourself blessed if you woke up this morning, because life is full of opportunities. That's the first thing. And who do you give all the kudos to? Who do you give all the honor to? Who do you give all the thanks and show the heart of gratitude, which will be your attitude too, that you're alive to see another wonderful day, to the Almighty God, your Creator. Yes, I don't know how you worship that person that has given you that spirit, that being that's giving you life, but my own way is saying thank you for my life first, because if you are not alive, you'll not see your husband or your wife next to you. Neither will your children be able to say, Daddy, good morning, Mommy, good morning, oh Big Boy, how are you in school this morning? Yes, someone gave you that life. And today, the 23rd of September 2024, is another opportunity for us to share, to relate, to be part of you. So a beautiful morning to you out there. How are you doing? How was your weekend? How did it go with you? I hope it went well. Yes, I'll tell you how much it was boring. I couldn't even go out. I had an engagement. Something happened somewhere, someplace. Or maybe God has a purpose, another reason for you not to go. Because even if you get money, go. Somebody may want to ask you for one money, assistance or the other. So if you didn't go, oh God, understand everything. But to glory of God, we are here this morning. And this is Galaxy Television, and the program is Family and Values. My name is Olori Adejoke, and my friends call me Olori AJ. It's another beautiful time for us to share, to relate, to speak, to remind ourselves, to bring back to the understanding those things we have left undone, those ones we have pushed aside, those who have swept under the carpet because of civilization or 21st century understanding. But one thing I will always tell you is this: for every opportunity we have a reason, and God has a purpose. So don't think because of those old primitive ideas of family, you need to just push it aside. No, you can always inculcate it. Okay, we grow by the day, and even as we go, those things around us must grow with us. Okay, so it's beautiful to be here, and like I told you, when you woke up in the morning and you see another privilege, it's another opportunity. So it's another opportunity for me to see my beautiful sister next to me this morning, Princess Joy. How are you? That's what I love calling her. So she will either take it or she doesn't take it. But for me, she must take it.
Well, gradually you're incorporating me, so I'm getting used to the name.
You have to.
Good morning to you.
How are you, Princess?
I'm fine. You look beautiful.
You're also looking beautiful. Are you looking cool, calm, and collected?
Yes, come on, it's Monday.
It means our boy is beautiful and the weekend went splendid.
You know, the truth is, Mondays you would always have that uncertainty along the road, and then coming from a very long weekend, probably stressed one. So I'll definitely tell on you on Monday morning. So it is when I later, maybe on Tuesday, now start getting yourself back. So yeah, good morning, welcome to the show. It's another week, it's another privilege to learn something new, to understand what the society is talking about. And like Olori have said, if you sing today, you need to tell God thank you. Over the weekend, I lost a very close cousin of mine.
Sorry about that.
You know, losing someone is not easy, and somebody you know is not sick, and the person just died. And come on, so when you're alive, you need to tell God thank you. So thank God for the privilege. Be whatever is happening, leave the challenges, and just tell God thank you. Tell your Creator, your Maker, thank you, so that He will bless you. And then, you know, the Bible says we bless the works of our hands. I was telling somebody, if you don't have works of hands, what will God bless? What will God bless if you don't have works of hands? You cannot just be sitting there and saying, I have faith, I have faith, I have faith. Go out there and get something neat to. Then lift it up before God. That is when He will bless the works of your hands. That's my message to you this morning. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu, and welcome to Family and Values. Welcome to the show. It promised to be, in fact, this weekend, don't worry. What we have is let me just hold it.
Okay, it promises to be a beautiful week. I tell you, it's a week that I don't want to push aside. I was at the Omodada program on Saturday, and even though I had to go from choir rehearsal, rush down there because I want to, experience and have a feedback on a day like this. It went well, it was beautiful, and though many of the men didn't turn up, but I tell you, it's really what's successful, and they had a whole lot of plan ahead. So I believe we'll all be healthy. Health is very important. You know, I said it that. You know, I mentioned it that. You know, when things come to us cheap, we don't take it. You know, you see it as it's one of those things. What are they going to share? What is it that they want to? But really, they had enough and a lot to offer. So I just want to employ us. It's very interesting, and it went well. It was very interesting and it went well. And you can always go to the toll-free line for clinical advice. I wanted to really speak. I want to hear a psychiatrist sit down and talk to me. I love to see shrink and talk, you know, because it helps you to relax your muscles, your mind, your soul is lifted and is free from any burden, bitterness and forgiveness. You know, you have a way of going around that. So I missed you not being there anyway. But I saw Akos, man of energy.
Yeah,
wow, it was interesting. Also, why? Social media platform, kudos to you. And to our president for giving us the opportunity, Mr. Teslim and Mr. Dewale, and to all our, you know, our crew. We love you. Okay, thank you. Crown, thank you. MCR, we thank you. And right now it's time for us to go for our mini feature. I will be right back, so don't go anywhere because our guest is right here. On Monday morning. Let's go. Okay, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we are just starting, so you have not missed anything. Thank God we started from the mini feature, so it's giving you an idea of what we are going to be talking about this morning. Hey. Where are the youths? Where are the young ones? Where are the old ones who still want to go out to learn? And you know, your business, your work, and every other. I'm not campaigning for them, but I believe it's another opportunity for you to go out there. Just like Joy ended with our starting this morning. Okay, we have a guest in the house. We'll be talking about effectiveness of online education or learning. Our guest this morning is Modupe Aremotobi. She's been here once, and this is more or less the second time of here. And we have gone all the way to bring her because she's a brand strategist, and when we talk about building your brand and putting things together to make it work, okay, you can't handle it, please bring it to her. She will put all the logistics, the planning and everything together for you. I just go to bed and you just call her, please, how far have you gone? How is our day? These are the people that you make to do that for you, and it's so good to have you this morning.
Thank you very much, man. Good morning. Good morning.
You know, when I see her face, I remember our first daughter. That one is a carbon copy. You see the second one, now Papa you resemble. That one resemble. But this one, hey, it's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you
it's
for
good to have
having
you.
Last week I didn't pick anything.
Because I was not here.
Yes. I was not.
So what are you going to pick now?
These days I'm saying, for some people, one of my guests said, you see this one, you want to carry.
Do you know how much?
Don't tell me that one. Just after the show, just submit it to
Just surrender. Surrender all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome. So I want to ask, what is online learning? And is online learning or education, how convenient is it? What are the risks involved? Is it worth, you know, trying? I've asked many questions now, so I'm going to put everything together. What is online learning or education? Is it worth trying at all? Then what are the risks and benefits that comes with it?
Okay. I think that's one of the benefits that technology has availed us in this age and time is online education. It has helped a lot of people become better people or better person who they used to be. Online learning is pretty much an opportunity to get knowledge virtually from the comfort of your home. You can take a course, you can learn something new, you can learn a new skill. You know, it's always been there actually, but now it's more pronounced compared to how it used to be. You know, before, sometimes I see it as just a small opportunity where you maybe in those days when your wife gets married and she doesn't know how to cook or something, then you call your mom to tell you, okay, how do I put this thing together? And you know, you have the phone, the person is directing you on what to do. So I think that's pretty much, it's as simple as that. It's just now more advanced, people are getting more into that space, learning different skills, taking courses from both within your state, your country, and even globally. I think that it actually has lots of benefits because you get to plan your life while getting better. You can before, if you have to go to school, you have to probably stop a lot of things and then just focus on academics for that period of time. Maybe you want to do a master's that will take 2 years. You probably have to leave everything and just focus on it. But right now, that online platforms where you can have masters in a school from outside of Nigeria, and from the comfort of your home, you can plan your time that, okay, I'll take this course after my work. When I close by 5, I plug in and then I start my course and all of those things. So it helps you plan life better while you're advancing and becoming better off. Although yes, it has its own risk.
Yeah.
There are a lot of risks involved, because I think I personally feel like there's a lot of benefits to learning as a group, because beyond just the just
sitting in the comfort of your home.
and beyond just learning that thing alone, when you hear other people's opinion and views about a particular thing you're learning, it broadens your perspective about it. So I think that that might be one of the disadvantage of just learning alone. You can't work alongside a group. You can't exactly measure your strength for some of these things. So yes, it has its own risk. One of the risks is also expense. It's also a lot more expensive. Of course, if you want comfort,
you have to pay.
You have to pay for it. Okay, it is more expensive to if you were to go to a physical class and just take a course. It's more expensive. But I think it's becoming way better than physical classes.
Thank you.
You said a lot about online education, and I know that this generation actually clamor for it. And with the COVID that came in, a lot of schools incorporated online. I know they had started theirs even before COVID. If you can't come to maybe you're sick, you have to operate online. They had that standard. So when COVID came, it wasn't. But I wanted to ask, and has classrooms been abandoned for online education? And if you don't agree with it, why do we have a lot of students these days opting for online than the physical classroom? Because I feel like it's boring. They feel like, oh God, the boredomness of classroom is there. The fact that sometimes you have one lecturer that comes and is just talking, and the next thing you're closing up. I'm not even talking of the second. Now we are dealing with those in the higher institutions. The fact that they feel like this house I can sit down, I can be working online and be doing something. Now, a lot of them are trying to run away from that classroom gathering, physical gathering. So has that been abandoned because of the rise of online education and this thing?
So I wouldn't say that classroom has been abandoned. I think that people still go to classes for education. We still have some courses in Nigeria that you have to physically go there. And there are alternatives.
Part of their marks.
Definitely. I think that we can't take away the benefits of human interaction. No matter how amazing online class can be, there is that lack of human interaction that you gain from physical class that cannot be taken. Yes, it can be boring, but I think that, like I said before, there is the place of other people's views when you're learning something. There is the place of, so for instance, I just finished an online class some few weeks back, and pretty much I had questions for modeling, but I had to go to Google. To understand, to understand exactly. Compared to if you were in the classroom, you get to ask the lecturer, what do you think about this thing you just said? Can you explain it better? You get to ask your classmates, those questions. So the place of human interaction cannot be overemphasized. Really, that is still very much important. Yes.
Okay, that's very important. Classroom cannot be abandoned. But because many of our youths now, business is on the 60 or 70%. Let's do. I'll use the money from the business to manage my. So let's go for our word of Maple, and let's hear what our people's got to say at Vox Pop, and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.
I prefer classroom education. So, due to the fact that education was put in as a system to checkmate people, in as much as they are acquiring knowledge, they can checkmate them, of which a certain level of responsibility is given to them to wake up at a certain time, meet up the class schedules, go back home, do assignments, come back, report. Those are day-to-day activities that after school you find it playing in your daily job. Those are like the educational system is more like a training program, preparing every individual for the job market. So by the time you are actually taking an online class, those trainings are not there. You don't get them. Because at the cut off, maybe your home or your office, you can sit down and attend classes. You might do assignments when you feel like doing it, but just try and meet up deadline. So I see advantages in having your physical class than the online class.
Online education, I think, because the world now is going to digital, and we will not see anybody teaching. One, if I employ a teacher to teach my children, he might molest my children because the world is somehow right now. So I prefer online classes.
Classroom education for me. You know, these children need to interact with people, meet others of their peers, and if they are girl children, at least meet other different sexes so that they can interact and interfere and know how to relate. But if it's just online, it's just the child alone and at home, that child might have some problem in the future interacting with other people. So you know, education is not just about learning. You know, there should be opportunity for play time where they play in the playground and all of such. It makes it more interesting. So for me, it's physical, not online.
Come back, and it's so family and values. You heard it. It's better there's interaction. You heard that woman. And some will also want to there will be distraction here and there when I do online. So it's better that child actually go to school and sit down and learn. So that the future, you know, will be well preserved because he or she will be able to ask questions. That's what one of the ladies that I love that angle, because they'll be able to ask questions, just like Mo was telling us earlier on that there were questions you wanted, you had to go to Google. So right now, as we continue this discussion, of recent we had some issues on certification, and that's where I want to go to right now. How effective are these certificates when it gets to the hands of those who have learned it? Because you have some companies who tell you, because you can't do online this thing, they're not coming. Even there was a time some of our political candidates, aspirants who wanted to contest, and they had to start searching. Oga Alpha, waiting. I go now. I went. You know, there were debates. And it was like a big tussle to actually find out this certification, how presentable will they be and useful, you know, in companies that, okay, I have learned this online and I'm well certified to have it. But someone like, hello certified, what is your experience in this? How well and how easy will it be for anyone to use this in the kind of society that we are? Because we have lots of certificates, forged certificates, original certificates, overcopy certificates, falsified certificates. How easy will it be?
So I think that there's some very verified platforms that you can do online courses. There are also some schools abroad that are verified, that you know that these schools are known, and then if you go there, like if you take a course in Harvard, for instance, nobody can doubt your certification.
Just make sure you are loaded for school fees.
However, as much as I understand the question, the truth is we need to start advancing as a country, such that we begin to see the value in a lot of these things. Some organizations actually accept some of these certificates. So if feel, if for instance, you do, let me use myself as an example. If I go online and I do a brand management course from anywhere, any online platform, maybe Udemy or something, it's still recognized because there are so many things I would have learned from that platform. There are some courses on LinkedIn, for instance, online courses that you can take, and I can, present that work that I've. Of course, they're not professional courses. They're just courses to, advance your learning. That I am better off in this thing. The truth is, the way we are moving and the way technology is moving. There are so many courses that you can't get in universities anymore, except we begin to advance. So, for instance, some technological courses like, say, project management, even brand management, you can't go to university to learn those courses. Some universities will teach you maybe communication, media, but it's not the core. It's now that you're seeing marketing more in some university courses, but it didn't used to be there. Okay, there are so many courses, cyber security, all of those things, that the only place you can get that knowledge is through online education.
But don't you think this will also help the higher institution, to be able to have like a course that is not really that you need to come to class take, that you can do online? Because sometimes all this one that Jam is always cutting and making life for education is Nigeria. Oh my God, it's becoming frustrating for all these students, I tell you, because WAEC will deal with them. Yes, we want the best result, but some of them will actually put in their best and not get the results. They will go back again. Are we making money from education? I need to ask, because it's like government is making money from education. Do you understand? So they will do this WAEC. Yes, you want the best, we know, but cut. Bam. Jam now come. Will now jam and crumble and crush, making money out of education, and that's why most of these students go into online. So what would you say to this, really? Education in Nigeria going to the classroom, don't you think it will be more relieving? I'm not saying you should do that alone. I don't quote me, but I'm just trying to look at it from the side and look at it from the side, because we cannot balance it. We don't see it on both sides. So what's your view about this?
I really just think that it's about the value. University education is not just about the books. There's so many things, that there is a lot of maturity that goes into going into attending 4 years.
No, 6 or 5 years.
In Nigerian university, there's a lot of growth.
It's 5 or 6 years. That's why I'm 5 or 6 years.
There's a lot of growth and maturity that whoever goes through that process, although yes, it is tedious. There's no reason to go that length. I did my master's in a university in Nigeria, and it was way better than the regular federal school, the private school, and it was way better. There was structure, there was value for money you get from what you're getting. So I think that there's that value. However, I think that Nigerian universities need to advance their courses. Right now, you see people coming out of university, secondary school, they do a 6-month course in, say, product design. And they are out there making their money already. So when you ask them why they have to go to 4 years of school, they're wondering what's the point. I know a young lady that is earning over 100,000 monthly, and she just finished secondary school. She learns product design, and she's working with technology. So it's important that we begin to Nigerian University begin to relook all of those courses that young people are getting more interested in compared to before. Now doctors are finishing medicine and going into
it's really
into technology.
It's not what you study that is this, but now let's take it from the side of, we talked about maturity. I'm looking at one father, one mother out there, or one, maybe one auntie that has jammed. There are some people that have written jam 6 times, they've still not gotten into this thing. So for such people, would you advise an online education for them rather than classroom? Because I remember then when I was in school, we had people that were way older than us. shout out to my friend then Prebo. As at then he was 30 something, but though that was his second course, because what he did first was not his choice. He had to write JAM all over again. So imagine after finishing first 4 years, he wrote JAM to do the main course he actually wanted to do. And you know, at the point I was like, now that I'm understanding that maybe you would have opted for online. Yeah, there are some courses that you can't do online. You need physical presence. Now, but for adults who are still in that shallow of waiting for JAM, maybe one mother out there has gone through school and is already tired and is like, let me go back and do masters again, sit down in the classroom and listen to the phobia for lecturing. Lecturers come in and then talk to you anyhow. Let's not forget that ego will set in me that I have family that now sit down. Maybe it is one small girl. I was one small girl, they'll now be lecturing me and giving me project and shouting on me. All those things, when you look at it, which would you prefer for such an individual, for an online course or a classroom?
I really think that if the person can afford online education, I would suggest that
Let's go for it.
Yes. Because
it's not an education that is expensive.
Well,
there are some free ones, but it is collection of certificates now. Yes, there are lots of free online courses. But when you now want to collect the certificate, that is when
it's not free, no.
It's not free. Is coming.
There's nothing coming.
And now you can nothing the money. You know that actually pay this was
so it's not free. It's not free, because if it's free, everyone will rush there. Because nobody wants to actually do anything. I'm more free. Let me just back.
But then seriously, how for such an individual, you said you advise an online if they can afford it. So
yes.
Now for those that are still looking at their personal.
So I think that that's one of the benefits of online is also that there are various costs. Mm-hmm. So depending on the kind of school that you want to be, there are some that are not sincerely as expensive, and then you also have the opportunity to break down your payments compared to some physical schools where you have to get in and then you pay up front and all of those things. Yes. So yes, you might have to like make up payments, but you can also like break down your spread it into bits, and you can also spread your time. Okay, so you necessarily don't. I mean, there are some courses that will put up to 18 months. Meaning that you have that period, you can defer and say, okay, I need to go and raise funds and continue this education and all that. If you have that opportunity, I think that I would suggest that you take it. The truth is, getting into some online courses are easy to get into. Some are also not very easy to get into. JAM might be doing its own, but there are also courses where you have to do maybe GRE and GMAT and all the likes that you need it to be able to get into those courses. So if you have the opportunity or if you have the funds to make it happen, then I would suggest that such a person takes online course. So I know that there are going to be worth at the end of the day.
Now, but when we talk about online courses, sometimes you have 1 month, 3 months, some say 6 months. What hope of online courses? Now we have a lot of professional courses online. In fact, some people just look up and say, "Come and do online course, 1 month, 3 months." At the end of the day, you look at it as this one. What's the value? What's the certificate? What's the distance? There are lots of online courses.
Yeah.
A lot of online.
So,
courses.
what would you advise?
Now,
you keep on doing it.
Advise for people that are confused. For instance, I saw an online course where they're talking about communication strategy. God, I would love to do. By the time I click the privacy, you have to pay in pounds. I say, hold on. Now, because we have a lot of online courses and people don't really know the schools to go to, the channels to really get this information done. I know somebody that is watching and saying, these I will understand what all these online courses. So it's more like online courses is a new thing. If you've not done online courses, you're not in book. You don't have one online certificate lying under your bed, like you're not exposed. Let me put it that way. Now, if somebody is a beginner and wants to start searching for online courses, where are the areas the person can look out for?
Okay. If if it's in terms of professional courses or career-related courses, I think that one of the platforms I've enjoyed recently is LinkedIn courses. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
I think that it's for the premium platform, and then it just opens you up to a lot of courses that you can take as a professional. Then Coursera is also another place where you can, look at simple professional courses. Udemy is another place, and these ones are not very expensive. I mean, on Udemy you can get courses as low as 5,000 naira.
Serious.
Yes, and the timing is also not long. Some courses are as short as 2 hours courses, and you would learn a lot because the person teaching is an expert. They understand what they're saying. Depending on the kind of course there is, Google also provides some digital courses that you can learn. So people that are doing digital marketing and the likes, there's a Google platform that that Google is it Google Ads or something, or Google Education or something, where you can learn some of these courses. But in terms of proper school, I would advise to actually look out for proper universities that are recognized, that are known. The truth is there are a lot of them, okay, but you need to be sure of the university. Be sure of one of the things I suggest to people is go and check the ranking of that school. Okay, if you are on Instagram,
is there a way to get that? Is there a way to actually get the ranking? Just Google and just get out.
Just review, check about the school, study about the school, check the school's website, check, be sure that it actually does exist.
That's another thing. That's another thing. You need to show.
A lot of
to be
people
sure.
that got admission, some schools don't even have this. It's just like a frontier for you to. They just use them as bets to travel. The schools don't actually exist. Yeah. So and a lot of people got this thing and tried, but then they
okay, now I have to ask this because of our time. Recently, there was an issue on these students who are qualified, certified, who went through a particular school outside Nigeria, and I think in Benin Republic or something, and they had to tell them that from a particular year, all the certificate is not qualified to be presented to be used. What would you advise in such a situation? Do you think it's the right thing to do, or it's like a wasted year, money and effort and time and everything for those category of students?
So I think that's in developing countries, that is something that we cannot we can't take away for now. For instance, if Nigerian schools start all these very technical courses, they need to be verified. They need to get the proper certification and all that. I think what we're talking about has happened in Nigerian school before, where private where I think maybe is it law or medicine was not yet verified, and they had gone through that process and they had to wait. They couldn't even go to law school. Yeah, it was law. They couldn't go to law school because their certificate was not recognized. It was a private school in Nigeria. So I think that yes, it might be a wasted time. As long as you're in developing countries, some of these things you cannot hide away from it. But you can. I mean, you can try again. That's what I can advise, because there's really if it's not recognized as a country, if the country says that this thing is not valid, there's really nothing you can do at that point.
Okay, now adults education. People who are still going to work, doing their business in their 60s, in their 50s, would you advise them to go to the classroom because of their age? Because they need, maybe all of them, maybe their children are grown up. I remember when my mom's last born was going to school, she was doing PhD, and there was a man, he has all the BSc and MSc, in short, in his 70s, he just clocked 70 and he was coming to class. And he wants to do everything they do. So I'm like, maybe the man is you know, missing. The children are all grown up. He's all home alone with his wife, and he just needs an activity. So I'm asking now, what would you, you know, advise? Is it a good thing? Because there will be, to get to a stage like PHE, you need to do from physical exercise. Will he be able to do it the way the young ones will be able to do it, or someone in the 60s or 50s, will they be able to blend easily, you know, primitive kind of training and upbringing and the generation that we have now in the same class? How easy is it going to be? Because you come in, you cannot even greet, you know, you have some elderly people like that. Didn't they teach you from home, you know, kind of thing? I'm just trying to, I'm not saying it's wrong or it's right, but I just want to, would you advise someone in that category of age, adults, full-grown adults, in the classroom and doing online, which would you advise them and why?
Okay, thinking about this now, I think I would actually, so because sometimes they take it just to you know, be younger, so you know, they don't want their knowledge level to go dim and all that, and they just want something to keep them alive and all that. So I would say that a physical class, I don't expect somebody in their 70s or in their late 60s go to class and they want to use that certificate for anything.
No, they're not.
Exactly. I would say that they can do the physical class because, again, for someone that goes to school at that age, even the lecturers will know that the Baba is just here, Mama is just here all the time. You get, they won't put them under that level of pressure or you know, and all that. But online education might not exactly give them so much value, except if it's a professional course. That, oh, okay, I just want to do a professional course, maybe to get better in my place of work or something. But that proper education, I would say go to class.
Go to class.
Go to class.
Go to class. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. Mo, do you have anything to share with us?
Yes, go to class to stay alive. Do the physical exercise to stay healthy. You heard it all from her concerning online classes, and if you still have doubts, you can go to your Google search. Some of those PACs, you know, somebody said, I want to do online, but I'm confused. Now, don't be confused. You've got to know the answers. Just decide which of the professions you want to do, and then you get it. Thank you for being a part of Family and Value this morning. We love you, appreciate you. We'll see you Tuesday with a difference. My name still remains Princess Joy.
Okay, so like I told you, if you're awake this morning, know that you have another opportunity waiting for you out there, and you need to take it. Biden, go take it very strongly. Be strong with it and go all the way. So all the old ones, you are not old. Just go to the classroom, exercise your bones, your, you know, every part of your joint, and go to the classrooms and enjoy any form of learning. It's another way for you to stay more active and more alive. So thank you so very much, and it's an opportunity for us this morning. We pray that God will perfect today for you and I. I still remain Olori AJ. Thank you to everyone who has made today's production a success. Magdalene, thank you so much. It's so good to have you in the studio. So, hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now, and stay tuned for the next program. Bye.